plug right over there so you can make it poopy. Hey, what's up you guys? Shartimus Prime here doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Wolverine Legends Wave, or Puck Build-A-Figure Wave Wolverine, or the Astonishing Wolverine. Wow, I'm giving tons of names out here. There's 4 figures in this wave. The Emma Frost, Cyclops, and Sabretooth all come with Build-A-Figure pieces. This Wolverine figure comes with this base right here, which is the 4th incarnation of this stupid little base. So I think the first time I had seen this with Legends type figures is with the Avengers, and then we got it with the Epic Heroes. Or no, this is the Amazing Spider-Man one. This is the Epic Heroes one right over here. So here's all 4. So this one's a darker blue. So you can see right here, Wolverine Legends, Amazing Spider-Man Legends, Avengers Legends, and then Epic Heroes. So I have reviewed this figure twice before. The first time when it was the San Diego Comic-Con 2012 figure, and then the second time when it was a Hitmonkey Wave figure. Well, no, this is the X-Force figure, and this is the Uncanny X-Force, and here's our Astonishing Wolverine officially. Exact same mold, and a lot of similar parts that we had seen in the Series 6 Wolverine figure from Toy Biz. So this thing's been kit bashed over and over and repainted and stuff. And overall, I like this figure. This is my favorite Wolverine body mold that has been made. I really like it a lot. I'm just not a big fan of the paint detail on this figure itself. I feel like the black paint applications right here, just a little sloppy. I don't know, it just looks a little clumpy coming in here on the yellow. The flesh tone looks alright. I like the silver in the eyes. You know, the sculpt and everything is the same as we'd seen before. Unfortunately, they did use a blue plastic for his head, and it's kind of tricky to see, but I don't know. Like when I see it in person, I could really see the blue coming from underneath the yellow, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. I guess with some hot water, I can get his ears to stick out a little bit more. I feel like they're crunched in a little too much, but yeah, that's the head sculpt right there. And yeah, you can see some of the black bleeding into his face a little bit too. The rest of the figure doesn't have any paint shading at all. It's just yellow, blue, and flesh tone. There's no arm hairs. On the Hitmonkey version, we got some arm hairs, you know, right there. Yeah, thank you, Swift. We have some more black and blue. I do not like the color of these claws over here. This is frustrating. So in the SCCC version, you can see this has basically like I don't know, almost like chrome, very, very silvery paint application right here on the claws. And then on the Hitmonkey Wave version, it's much more flat. Still a nice gray color. And then this over here is pretty much just white. It's a very, very light gray color, and I don't really like that at all. I don't think it really looks metallic to me. And here you can see the flesh tone differences between the 3 of them. So the Astonishing version is definitely a lot more pink than the other 2. Now I've shown this before in other videos, but you can remove the claws thanks to Which Ones showing me how to do this. So what you want to do is you want to lift up and then out at a 45-degree angle over here. So you just want to pull this and then just, and there we go. It just comes out like that. And it seems a bit scary, but you know, once you do it a few times, you know, it gets pretty easy. And then you can just put it in. You want to put it in at the same 45-degree angle. It's tricky because this is kind of at a 45-degree angle already. So you want to get it kind of, I don't know, shifted like that. See? And then push it all the way in. And then make sure it's all the way down in there. So don't give up on it. You gotta keep going. And there, yep. Oh, wait. Yep. Yeah, there we go. See? And there it is. Now it's back in the hole. So that looks pretty good. So like I said, it is a little tricky, but you know, you can do it. Let's see if I try this one. Let's see if I can get it pretty quick. It's kind of harder to do through a camera, but there we go. You know, not too bad. One of the more disappointing parts of the figure is that he does not have an X logo on his belt. What the hell is up with that? I don't get that. Why do you not have a X on the belt? You did it for this one right over here. You have it for this one right over here, but no X on the actual X-Men one. I mean, those ones are X-Force. I just don't get it. But yeah, some nice gold paint. I like the gold paint over here. And the rest of the figure is consistently unshaded with just a flat yellow, flat blue, and yeah, you know, the sculpt really saves the figure, I think. You know, other than that, it would totally suck. But this is my favorite mold for Wolverine. So any veteran Marvel Legends collector should know the articulation of this figure, but I'm going to go over it anyway. Head moves up, head moves down, side to side movement over here. He does have the armpit joint. This big chunk of blue plastic came out of the shoulder over here, and that was basically just prohibiting his arm from moving upwards, so it can move higher up than 90 degrees. Of course, you could always churn it around and just move it up like that if you want to, but if you want to keep this blue consistent right here, you can keep it going up like that. And you can rotate them forward. He has a bicep swivel. He has double joint jointed elbows that work pretty well. He has rotation right here at the wrist, and his wrist moves up and down. He has a diaphragm joint, lets you move it side to side, and it can crunch forward and back a little bit. No pivot over there. He does have a waist swivel, which is great. He has these awesome T-joints that move outward. You can move them forward. He has an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, calf rotation right here, feet move down, up, and a beautiful ankle pivot. And he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And his Wolverine figure stands just over 6 inches tall. And here's Astonishing Wolverine compared to the Uncanny X-Force Wolverine figure and the Toy Biz Series 6 brown suited Wolverine. That does have an X logo right there. He has an X logo too, but where's his? And here's Astonishing Wolverine next to a big time let down Spider-Man, yeah! Here's Astonishing Wolverine with a bunch of Sabretooths. Yeah, this is the Sabretooth from the same wave, the Wolverine Legends Puck Wave, and then this is the Toy Biz Series 5 Sabretooth, and then this is the Marvel Select Sabretooth right here. And here's the Toy Biz Astonishing X-Men Wolverine compared to the Hasbro Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. So I'm really glad we have this new Wolverine figure right here. I complain about it. I'm not a huge fan of the paint detail of the figure. This is still a very, very cool figure, though. I always thought he was a little too much on the short side, you know what I mean? Compared to the Series 6 one, which I always thought was the best height for Wolverine. He's just a little bit taller, not enough to bother me, but I'm glad Hasbro made this, so I'm happy to have it. I just wish they gave us a bit, you know, more attention to the paint detail. That's my only gripe, and especially the whole X logo thing right here. That's really, really weird. I don't know why they missed that. But anyway, that's my review, you guys. I hope you liked it. Please hit the like button if you really did like it. Leave a comment and help Bob. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Bye.
Crispy.
Shoulders move up. Ah, shit.